it's just so much more personal, even though you guys are in Ohio, I'm either in Michigan or Arizona, but we're still together. So the support has been just in that way amazing.
Everyone say hi to Lisa. Lisa, say hi, everyone.
Hi.
This is Lisa. She is one of our strong moms, and I wanted to share her story because I know there's so many people who could relate to her story. And honestly, you're just such good energy. I'm so excited. I really am so excited for you to come one day through our actual facility.
I will.
But Lisa, can you just tell us where were you before Strong Mom? And what made you want to sign up with us?
Absolutely. I've struggled with my weight for off and on for a long time. Ups and downs, I think probably like most people have had. I do have a condition called PCOS, which makes it harder for me to, makes it super easy for me to gain weight, not so much on the losing weight part. I've struggled with depression, just a numerous amount of things, but looking, especially during COVID, was looking for something to bring me back out of that, and to make myself be better. I was very unhappy with kind of how things had gone during COVID, and so I wasn't in necessarily a bad spot, but I knew I could be better. So I was doing some research just on Facebook and just for different groups and stuff. And I had contacted a couple of other ones and was not impressed. Was very, they're very robotic, if you will. And when I contacted Strong Mom, I got an actual person. I know that's, and I really I felt I had a connection, and I was going to have a chat with Sean, one of the trainers. And so before my call with Sean, Lauren had sent me a video message, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is her speaking to me, not speaking generically. She said, hi, Lisa, seriously. And that resonated with me. I'm like, she's a real person. She is interested in helping me hit my goals and what I want to do. And it wasn't I'm going to give you a cookie cutter plan to get you where you want to be. So I didn't want that. I wanted what she had to offer. I wanted what Strong Mom had to offer right then and there, to be honest, before I even talked to Sean. Which is, I know it's crazy, but when you know, right?
Yeah, that's funny because we actually had a conversation. I actually called you.
You did call me. That's right.
And I normally don't do that. There was just because we have a lot of people and
right.
You hadn't even started. You were just, no. And I looked at your page. I'm like, are you doula? Like what's going on here?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. That's right. So
where are you at in the program right now?
I am
6?
5 weeks in.
Well, it's
about
Friday.
5 weeks in.
Yeah.
Yes, I think that's about right. 5 weeks in today. Yeah. I know. It's crazy. So I know. And I feel like I've known you for 1,000 years.
Yeah, no, I feel the same way. That's so funny. I totally creeped on you, which we do, everybody. I mean, I'm going to throw that out there. We care who we work with as much as the other person, right? Like
right.
It has to be a good fit. It can't we're not looking for every single person. We're looking for the people that we know we can help and that we can have this relationship with. We say all the time, we're not going to carry you, because then what happens when we put you down? It's walking side by side with the person to make sure they can.
You have to do the work.
Yeah. Yeah. That's so true. And a lot of people don't necessarily, the pill looks really good, but it just doesn't work.
Right. It's not an easy fix. So I was ready to put in the work, and work on myself, not just physically, but mentally, which I think is something that, Strong Mom offered that other programs didn't, kind of that mindset piece of how to look at things, how to process things, how to be more positive about things and take away your wins.
No, it's so true. That's like my jam. I love that stuff, makes me so excited. We can talk nutrition and workouts and all that, but it's the mindset things that really,
Yep.
those are the things that are going to carry forever, you know?
Right.
So wait, since you've joined, since 5 weeks in, gosh, that goes fast. How, like, you travel, can you talk to us about that? This is one
Yes.
reason why I love that you were willing to jump on, because there's a lot of people who travel or they are in different situations, you know, work-wise. So how has that worked? How have you felt supported?
It's been so awesome. So the last 6 weeks, I have been, I just started a new job and I've started this program at the same time. So I've been home for, right? I've been home for a week and then traveling for a week. So I live in Phoenix most of the time. And then now this week I'm in Michigan for work. And so I've been going back and forth from Phoenix to Michigan every other week. So Jenna, my coach, and you, Lauren, have been so great. I don't have access to as much equipment or weights at home. So my workouts are modified for that. But then the hotel I stay at here in Michigan has a killer gym with all sorts of weights and kettlebells and treadmills and BOSU balls and just everything. So my workouts get to be tailored for when I'm in Michigan. I get to do harder stuff, different things that can be challenging to me because then I have the equipment. So that's been really nice because in the past, I've traveled a lot over the course of the last few years. I have not ever worked out when I've traveled.
So
Why?
easy. Yeah. So
It's
easy
just
not
so
to.
easy to not, right? So now I'm like, okay, Jenna gave me a workout. I got to go do it. And she knows that I have access to heavier weights today, 20, 25 pounds versus the 10 pounds I have at home. So I have to go use them.
Yeah. And I remember when we talked a couple weeks ago, you were like, look at me. Who am I? You actually went and bought groceries. Remember?
I did. Yes. So that's the other thing. So I'm not staying in a fancy hotel. I mean, I'm staying in a Fairfield Inn, right? Nothing crazy. I just have a little mini fridge, but I go to the grocery store now. I get my water, I get my yogurt, I get my protein shakes, my fruit, kind of whatever I need. And so I have breakfast and lunch here at the hotel. Sometimes it depends if I'm in the field or not, but then I only have to go out for dinner, and there's a lot of healthy choices around that I can walk to. So plus it's just so much healthier and I feel so much better. So I can go do that and I don't feel bad about it and I'm not pressured. Like my boss yesterday was like, where did you get that? And he's like, did you get it down here in the lobby? And I was like, no, I went to the store. And he's like, I need to do that.
Totally. You're like that. You're setting the example.
Yep.
Look at you. Look at you.
So it's been nice to, I mean, it's just, you get in a routine. So now that I'm traveling and I've done this for a while now, I have my routine. I go to the store right before I even come to the hotel. I go to the grocery store. So then I have my stuff and I'm good. So
and when Jenna asks you questions, you have an answer that's a real answer. You don't have to make it up.
Right. I take pictures of my little mini fridge stocked and I send them. And I'm like, here it is. Look what I did.
Oh, that's awesome. No, I love it. So speaking of Jenna, one of the questions we get often is, and we actually just got this the other day, you know, Lauren, you're really busy, which you got to see me really busy, cutting it super close from time to time. You're
For sure.
seeing exactly. But in terms of support, what has been something that you've enjoyed the most in terms of support?
I am not a super young person. So I have been introduced to Marco Polo by Jenna, and it's been so fun. So I'll just Marco Polo her and just give her a quick update about how I'm doing, how I'm feeling, what went wrong, what went right today, sort of a thing. And then when she has time, she just pings me back in the same way. And so it's more of it's a connection too. It's not just a text. I see her face. I see her conveying her emotions. She can see my emotions if I'm upset or if I've had a great day and I'm celebrating it, sort of a thing. So that in terms of support is the killer to me. Like it's just so much more personal, even though you guys are in Ohio, I'm either in Michigan or Arizona, but we're still together. So the support has been just in that way amazing.
Yeah, it's funny. One of the other call that I did with Kim just the other day, she said the same thing. She was like, you know, you would think that I'm in California. I didn't really understand how it would work, but I don't feel like I'm in California and you guys are in Ohio. She's like, I just kind of feel like we're friends, you know, in a way where it's like you need something or have something, you get an answer, you get the FaceTime. For those that don't know, Marco Polo is like a face, you actually do, it's like a video message. Yeah. Plus it's like so much cooler when you can do all the funny voices and stuff. Anyone that's having a bad day, just get the macho voice and you're going to have like a better day.
Right. It's awesome.
No, for sure. I know we had talked before I pressed record, but just it is hard connecting. And I know for us, this is one of the things we are most excited about. We actually just today, or no, not today, I'm trying to think of the day. We just started working with someone from Switzerland.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And I was trying to explain the whole, like the fact that we could support her and she's in Switzerland. You're in Arizona / Michigan, California. Honestly, the connection is needed so much, in my opinion, right now in that support. And I know we chatted about that before I pressed record.
Crucial. It's crucial for me personally to have that connection in all aspects, not just fitness and nutrition and that sort of thing, but just in my work life, you know, being at home and doing things through video chat or Zoom calls or whatnot doesn't have that same connection. So once you know, it's different, but this makes it better, right? Like I like to go to do in-person workouts too, which I need that connection. But this way connection is awesome as well. I couldn't do this without you.
Oh, no, I know that you made me, literally, and it's the same thing I said to our new mama in Switzerland. I'm like, we are going to do everything we can for you. We want to support you.
Absolutely.
Everyone needs support. I need support. We all need support. And especially right now when everything's just crazy. Yes. What would you say your biggest win has been, or something you're most proud of, I'll say? Is there anything that you're most proud of since you've started along this path?
There's a couple of things. Your program really focuses on mindset, in addition to the fitness and nutrition pieces. So, and like I said in the beginning of this call, that was really important to me. And I know I have a ton of work to do on myself as far as mindset goes, and keeping positive and different things, especially during these crazy times, right? So number one, I'm focusing so much more on bettering myself mentally and, you know, reading books that you guys have suggested. I've never listened to podcasts before, and now I listen to them almost daily, from recommendations from you and Jenna. I found a couple that I like as well on my own. And it just kind of goes hand in hand with that. And I said this, we talked about this a little bit before we started recording. I am not defined by the number on the scale. I know that I am not that number. I am 1,000 times more than that. And I'm made up of, you know, that number doesn't make me pretty. It doesn't make me funny. It doesn't make me smart. And to be honest, and like I told you this before, like, you don't care what my number is, right? Like, I don't care what your number is. The number is only important to you, right? To me, that number like is important to me, but I can't let it be that way. So if I just take that off the table, I'm happy. It's better, right? Like I don't have to deal with that weight of like, oh my gosh, I'm not at this number, I'm at this number. And that makes me such a terrible person. No, that's not it at all. That number means nothing.
It's like a word we use a lot. And a friend of mine has a podcast about it, but it's about unlearning these things, yes. previous thoughts that have been just grooved into our brains for
Yes.
so long. But knowing that, Lisa, I mean, you're literally probably the most magnetic person, and I haven't even met you in person.
Aw, thank you.
But you're such a magnetic person. And that's the whole thing about the mindset piece. And we do, counting your wins, because it is very easy to slip into the negative, and everything's a practice, right? Like
Every day.
every day. And I love what you said. We're never going to get to the journey. We are who we are. And the goal is, we talked about this too. And I know since I'm recording, no one knows that we did this, but life is, life, I like to say it's like a heartbeat.
Yes.
You don't want a flat line. That's like, what life is that, where you're just, there's no joy. The goal is when you are on a down moment, and everyone has them. I was saying, I could have said this actually when I was talking to Kim in our other interview. I spent Monday like bawling for like 3 hours. Like things get,
things are hard.
Life happens. Yes, life happens. And the goal isn't to think that to always be happy. It's to, let's not stay in that down moment as long. Let's try not to get as down, and let's see how fast we can get up and move on and be resilient. Right. You're the perfect example of that.
Feel your feelings. I've had a down week too. Feel your feelings, but get up and you have to move forward. And that's the whole point of this, right? I want to be better than I was yesterday. So if I'm just a little bit better than I was yesterday, that's what works for me. I'm not trying to compare myself to you, and you're an Olympian, right? You've got way different skill sets than I do. And there's no way that I could ever compare myself to you or even compete with you. Come on. I'm in competition with myself. I'm not competing with you or Jenna or my friends or my boss. Like, I'm in competition with Lisa. What is Lisa going to do today that's going to kick ass and be better than yesterday?
That's exactly when I think of strong, like I'm so glad you said that. Look at that. No, it's exactly when I think of strong mom. I always think of like, who can you be for, like who you are, and can you be the best version of yourself? Like, I'm not going to be, what you do in the field, you could pay me, doesn't even matter. Like, I can't do what you do. We have completely different lives, but the goal is for you to wake up, and that 1%, that is what we're going for. Because when you go,
it doesn't have to be big, just better than yesterday.
Yes. I love that. Oh, I love that.
It doesn't have to be big. And I'll share really quick, because you guys suggested this book, Atomic Habits. I'm traveling right now. I bring my books with me. I do my stuff. I do my development, my personal development. The Atomic Habits book talks about that. Just doing 1%. It doesn't have to be 100% more. Do 1%. It's not that much more, right? And so if you do that incrementally over time, the results that you'll see in your relationships, your work, your family, your health will be incrementally larger than if you did nothing.
Right. Or you tried to do it all.
Or you tried. Right.
It's like you walk into a mountain, right? And you look up at a mountain, and you either look at it and turn around and go like, there's no way. And that's where you try and bite off more than you can chew. Or you look at something and you don't even, it's like a molehill, and you're like, well, what's the point of me doing it? You need to look at that molehill and be like, okay, well, if I put that molehill on the next molehill and on the next molehill, you'll climb that mountain.
Yep. In no time at all.
You will. And you'll look back, and that's where, before we press record, you go along, you're going to hit everyone's going to have down moments. And the goal is to come up and your baseline be a little bit higher than your previous one. You've learned. No, I love that. I could probably sit here forever. I have one more question because I'm looking at the time. If someone was on the fence with a strong mom, what are your thoughts if someone was on the fence? What can we tell people?
This is how I would look at it. And I think I had this conversation with you, or maybe it was one of the questions that you posted on your Facebook page. It's an investment. Absolutely. But you're going to invest in yourself, and yourself is going to be better for that. Like, you don't think twice about spending $100 on a pair of shoes, but you don't want to invest $100 in yourself. I'm just giving, generalization. This is all about just it. If you're on the fence, please do it. Like I can't even tell you, it's a life changer. If you are considering this program, it is tailored to you. It is not, this program is tailored to me personally. You guys write this stuff for me, my workouts, my program, how fast I'm moving at things. I'm moving faster in some areas than others, etc. This is not cookie cutter, that's what drew me to this program, is because this is not one size fits all. It is tailored to each individual person that's doing this. It is an investment, but think about, time's going to pass anyway, right? So why would you not make this investment in yourself and make yourself better? I mean, it's a 16-week program. I'm 5 weeks in. I am exponentially better and different. And I've grown so much in that 5 weeks, and I'm not anywhere near done. And it part of it is the number on the scale. I'm working toward some things with that, but it's also the biggest piece for me is the mindset. So if I have a better mindset, I'm going to want to work out more. I'm going to want to eat healthier. Like, it's kind of a domino effect personally. So if anyone is on the fence, make the investment. Like I said, time's going to pass anyway. So 16 weeks is going to go by, and what are you going to have done? I mean, maybe you pick a different program. Maybe it works for you. Maybe it doesn't. But these people, the Strong Mom family here has been awesome. I never wait for answers. We communicate all the time. I mean, I shouldn't say don't wait for answers. I know you can't text me back like immediately, like, come on, no one can. But that's like, time's going to pass anyway. So you might as well help yourself, especially in these crazy COVID times when people are depressed. People have gained 15, 20 pounds. People are drinking more. There's just so much now with the election week, and there's so much stress out there. This is something that can definitely, it will help you. I've totally rambled on about that, but like, time's going to pass anyway. Go do it.
No, that's one of my favorite sayings. That's actually what I had a meltdown about on Monday. Just with everything going on, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can do all of this.
Yeah.
And then I slowly crawled out and was like, you know what? The time's going to pass anyways. Just because it is hard doesn't mean it doesn't mean I shouldn't do it.
Right.
You know?
But if you're willing to put in the work and do this program and it's all laid out. It is not, there's no guesswork, right? I know what I have to eat. I know what I have to do for my workouts. They're different every day. And you know what you have to do in your modules, right? For your mindset work. So it's all laid out. It's not, there's no guesswork. So it takes it all the work out of it for me personally. I'm busy, right? I'm traveling. I have 2 teenagers. I don't have time to sit and write a workout program every day. You guys are doing that for me.
Sometimes with heavier weights when you're in your gym.
That's right.
Thank you so much for sharing, Lisa. I'm going to stop recording, but stay on. Hold on. I'm just going to
Okay.